All right, what we're doing today is I was going to make a snack for myself, and I was like, you know what, why don't I just make this on live, because I've been challenging myself to go live more. So here we are, let's do it. So I am making puffed quinoa. I've never made it before, so let's give it a try. Let's see how it goes. All right, so in my kitchen, I have I'm gonna move us a little closer. So I've got my quinoa. Oh, and let's just adjust. There we go. Okay, I've got quinoa. I have not rinsed it. I took it out of the packaging and put it into my little pop containers, the OXO ones. I have these in my entire pantry. So I'm gonna rinse this off first. So because quinoa is something that it's so small and fine, I don't actually have a strainer that's fine enough for it. So this is what I do instead. So I'm just going to pour it into my bowl. So let's get this. I don't really know how much I'm gonna make. Let's say that's probably like a quarter cup. All right, lid back on. And I'm just going to, can you see the water? I'm just going to rinse it in water now. So let's see. There we go. Okay, so definitely quinoa is like kind of like chia seeds to me, in the sense of like, I think it's hydrophobic, like officially, meaning it's like doesn't like to be wet, doesn't like water. So all right, so this is also usually how I rinse rice, because I usually make rice in my rice cooker, so I don't really strain it. Sometimes if I'm doing something like lentils that are kind of known for having like rocks in them, then I'll actually strain them and like, I don't know, do it a more official way, I guess, but this is just how I do it. So, okay, so I'm just going to pour out, I'll lose some quinoa here, but I just don't feel like doing it, you know? So I'm just pouring out the water, and I'm gonna do that one more time. It's funny to see how the different colors of quinoa, some of them float differently than the other ones, or like I feel like it's a little harder to rinse some of them. So, okay. All right. I think that's pretty good. So if you're just joining, we're making puffed quinoa, but I'm rinsing it first. So just like you need to rinse your rice before you use it, you need to do the same with quinoa, lentils. Sometimes I do it with chia seeds too, but a lot of those I think already come rinsed in the package. Or maybe I'm confusing that with something else now that I think about it. All right, so we've got most of the water out of here. Okay, so I'm gonna say that's good enough. And then also, how cute is this little towel? I got it from the cutest Etsy shop. I will link it if you want it. She was absolutely so wonderful to work with, and like even sent this really cute little thing I have on my camera bag now, but I can send the link if you guys want it. Hi, Stranger Things. Hi, Alexis Trevino, and oh, hi, Little Tomato Shop. Hello, how are you? Little Tomato Shop is a friend of mine IRL in real life, so she gets a special shout out there. And also has another amazing small business. Talking about cute small businesses on Etsy, check out Little Tomato Shop. Okay, so quinoa. I'm going to, we want it to be, oh gosh, that's actually a lot more water than I thought. All right, I'll just do our best there. We do want our quinoa to be dry when we're going to toast it and try to puff it up to make our little snack. So probably could use a spatula, but why bother? My hands have already been wet when I rinse the quinoa, so, okay. I might need another paper towel. I never made this before either, just so everybody knows. I was just like, you know what, let's just try it. Okay, so you're getting removed. We're not gonna talk about anyone's weight or their body, so bye. Let's get you out of here. No thanks. There we go. Okay. I mean, people always think they should comment on everybody's body all the time, but we don't do that on my channel. This is my channel, this is my page. We do what I want here, and that's fine. We don't talk about people's bodies, especially mine, and especially anyone who's a subscriber. We don't do that here. We practice body neutrality. So, okay, anyway, back to this. So, I'm gonna say, let's see how we think about it. I don't know, do we think this is dry enough? It's still kind of wetter in some spots. I feel like it's probably good enough, right? Can y'all see okay? Okay, so, all right, there we go. Getting the angles, the cinematography. Okay, I'm gonna turn the stove on. Maybe we'll do like medium low heat. This pan will take a second to heat up, but yeah, we're all set there. I'm not gonna turn the fan on because you guys wouldn't be able to hear me, but usually I turn the fan on. Yeah, Goon Boom, yep, clock it, hello. Hi Teddy and Andy, hello. Facts, that's right. Oh, no Kizzy Keith, yeah, that's right, facts. We just, you know, gotta do what we gotta do here. Okay, so while that heats up, maybe I'll tell you guys a little bit about my channel. So I share a meal prep and healthy nutrition tips and tricks and health, fitness, lifestyle. I live in New York City, and I've been a personal trainer this is my 8th year as a personal trainer. I also have my graduate degree from NYU in public health nutrition. So I love helping people with nutrition and really just enjoy making meal prep something that's sustainable and something that people can do, you know, finding kind of a way that works for them. I like to cook all my meals on one day and not have to think about it. I cook for myself and my husband. But some people I know also don't like, you know, eating the same thing every week, or they don't like to cook all on one day. Like, you do you, but I'm such an advocate for setting up a meal prep system and setting up one that works for you. So it doesn't have to be my way. It has to be a way that can work for you. But I have found in my experience that having everything just set up and ready to go is a game changer. Not having to think about what you're gonna eat or how you're, you know, oh my God, I'm so busy, I have to stop at the store. So that's what I love helping people with. I love sharing and helping people find like healthy, sustainable ways to cook and feed themselves. And I also feel like it's pretty, it's kind of like a form of protesting of like not like slipping into the, you know, women belong in the kitchen, like make every meal from scratch every day. Like that's so exhausting. And if you like doing that, like that's no shade to you, but I know a lot of women don't and don't feel like that's the only place that they belong. So I think having everything ready and kind of rejecting this, I guess, theory that's like women need to be in the kitchen and, you know, cooking every single meal fresh from scratch. Like, I just don't think that's realistic. So a lot of the women I know are doing things other than cooking, whether that's working or raising a family. They're busy and they have other things to think about than just like, what are they gonna eat? What are they feeding their family? So that's kind of my like, you know, take on meal prep. It's also a great way to save money and time. and, you know, like stop cooking and cleaning every single day. Like that's so exhausting. The decision fatigue from trying to decide what to cook is also huge. Car giveaway soon. Maybe, I don't know. Does someone have a car they're giving away? I don't have a car I'm giving away. Northern Lights, hello. Danny shot across a broken glass. Okay, all right. So I think this is probably not what we're doing here. Why do you look like you're going to cry? Oh, I don't know. Why are we commenting on my appearance? I'm just talking. I'm talking about how to kind of like keep women out of the kitchen. That's kind of like adjacent to a comment I saw, you know, from someone telling a woman reporter the other day, yesterday? Was that yesterday? Why aren't you smiling? Well, she was talking about something serious, so why would she be smiling? Like, why do we think I have to smile the whole time? I'm not cutting onions, Trent. I'm making, for those of you who are just joining, I am making puffed quinoa. I've never made it before, so I just felt like I had some quinoa and I wanted to try this. I've been wanting to try this for a while, so I figured why not give it a try on live. I'm trying to go live more. It's not typically my main form of content, but I'm challenging myself to do it more often. So, no, I'm not a Karen walking tall. Actually, I would like to think I'm the opposite of that. I am incredibly liberal. My graduate work is in public health. I volunteer for the underserved population all the time. And if by Karen you mean I want to be a voice for people who aren't heard, and I don't let people walk all over me, then sure, I can be a Karen, but that's fine. You don't need to be in this live anyway. Goodbye. Great. Okay. All right. I'm going to say this is hot enough. We're going to put our quinoa in and let's see what happens, because I don't really know what's going to happen. So, oh, you know what? Before I do that, let me at least get a utensil ready. Okay. Let's do it. Oh, well, I guess it's still not completely dry, so maybe that will impact what happens here. Let's see. Oh boy. All right. Well, let's give it a try. Oh, some of it's already kind of popping. That's kind of fun. I have a lid here in case it goes crazy. I also really, I guess, don't know exactly how to tell when it's done. Let me see if I can bring you guys a little closer so you can see. Is that better? Can you see any better than that? Is that, oof. Oh, okay, well, maybe I can do this for a second. Ah! Malfunction. Yes, okay, that's exactly what I'm doing. A little tomato. I have some chocolate, but if you've got any tips, do share them, because this is all new for me making this. You know, I love a DIY. Oh, do it yourself. Oh, okay, I can see where they're popping. Cute. Oh, I feel like this would be so hard to show you, but maybe I'll try to find one that's popped and bring it up close. Well, while that does it, this is the chocolate that I was going to use. So this is the dark chocolate lovers chocolate bar. This is a Trader Joe's chocolate. I am, as I think I mentioned, some of you guys might know, I live in New York City, so Trader Joe's is the most budget-friendly grocery store in New York. And there's also I buy a lot of my produce from the little fruit, little veggie, Korean family-owned grocery bodega chain. I shop at Mr. Kiwi. There's well, there was Mr. Pina. Mr. Pina closed. That was in Williamsburg. It's gone now. But there's like Mr. Carrot, Mr. Beet, Mr. Melon, all of these. And their whole thing is like really affordable produce. And even, you know, I've been shopping there since 2014. No, 2015. And the prices have almost remained exactly the same. Can you guys see that? That's like popped. That one has not popped yet. How fun. Okay. I think probably the key to doing this too is keeping an eye on it so that it doesn't burn. I think I saw that in like one little, I watched like 2 TikToks on how to do this and said, you know what? Let's go for it. Oh boy. Maybe some of them are going to be jumping a little higher. Maybe I should turn it down just a smidge so we don't burn anything here. But we're definitely getting a lot more popping. Maybe that's okay. I'll just let the quinoa run wild. I feel like it's kind of hard to know when this is done, right? Does anyone have any tips on how to know that? Hello, B. John. Hi, hello. Brian, I'm making puff quinoa. Oh, little tomato. Okay, you've never made. All right, well, maybe we can make some together. Maybe that's like a fun little Valentine's activity. If this turns out well, who knows, right? TBD. Could be, could be not good. Okay, it definitely smells like things are toasting. Like that's what I'm smelling over here. Just as like a what's happening in the kitchen, you know, right now kind of thing. So, okay. I feel like, I don't know, is it done? Things are still happening though. How does anyone know when everything is done? Maybe I'll just turn it down a little more so we don't. So I feel like this is kind of like a burnt popcorn thing. Like if it burns, it's gonna be a not fun time for everybody. Meaning my house would smell like burnt quinoa for a week or something, because that's what always happens with popcorn too. Okay, should we call it? Should we put the chocolate in now? What do we think? Turned it much lower. Maybe now it's like, I guess things are still popping. I don't know. I don't know what to do. So puff quinoa. I'm gonna add some chocolate in a minute if you're just joining. Let's see. Let's see how things go. All right, but I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit more about my channel again for those of you who just joined. So I share healthy meal prep, nutrition, fitness, lifestyle. I've been a personal trainer in New York City this is my 8th year doing that. I changed careers. I used to work in fashion design. I was a fashion girly before this. And I just wanted to help people. I felt like, you know, a lot of the people that I worked with were mostly women. And health was just one of those things that was just like, I felt like everyone is trying to work on it and achieve it. And like, how can you do it all? And I just wanted to help people. I wanted to help people directly. And I started working out with a personal trainer. She's on YouTube and socials. Simone is her name. Simone Williams is her married name. I'll have to look at her channel. I think that it's Simone Williams, but I actually don't know that. Maybe it's Simone Loves Fitness. That's her Instagram. But I started working with a trainer and that changed my life. So getting to know her and seeing she got to help people so directly every single day really inspired me to want to change careers. So I started working in fitness. I opened the Equinox on the Lower East Side as a personal trainer, which was insane. That was a crazy experience. And then I started managing teams for Equinox and moved on to different locations. And yeah, last year I opened my own gym. I've since sold my membership or my ownership of that space, but I led that as CEO and like started creating my own like gym brand. So that was really interesting. I learned so much. And yeah, I'm no longer part of that. So that like worked out for me. but I have always shared my meal prep. I've always meal prepped since really honestly since college I started meal prepping, but I've always meal prepped since I lived in New York because everything's so expensive. And your girl needed to save money. So I started meal prepping and then started sharing it. And I really didn't expect to really have like a social media presence about meal prepping or to be a YouTuber. But I love sharing what I get to do and what I make, and I love seeing that it helps people. And I love also that, you know, I get to, I guess, help people make nutrition feel more approachable, make meal prep feel more approachable, and like it's not something that's like, oh, gotta meal prep my chicken, broccoli, and rice. For a lot of people, it's really boring, and that's just not my vibe. I love cooking really interesting things and sharing things that are like recipes that are different from different cultures, different places. My husband is Congolese, so like I love learning about cooking like different places in Africa too, not just Congo, but one of my husband's best friends is Ghanaian, so I learned how to make jollof rice and jerk chicken, and that is a video that's filmed actually that is being edited right now, so I'll be sharing that soon. But yeah, I just love helping people make meal prep more approachable. And today I just decided I wanted to share, I'm going to go live more often, and I just wanted to share my process of what I was making today for a little snack. I am making puffed quinoa with chocolate, and I think it might be time to add the chocolate in. What do we think? You think it's time? There's still some, you know, quinoa puffing and whatnot here. But I feel like we should just turn off the heat, right? Let's not burn it. What do you think? Votes. What are you trying to make? I'm making a puffed quinoa. I guess is it vegetarian? I guess, I don't know. Yeah, it is. It's vegetarian, it's not vegan, I guess. Is there cocoa butter? May contain milk, so may contain milk probably just means that it's not intentionally with chocolate or with milk in here, but they won't guarantee it. Okay, let's add some chocolate. Oh yeah, what am I gonna form this on? I guess I can just put it on a sheet pan, right? Big one. I feel like I also have I'll definitely be putting parchment paper down because your girl does not like to clean the pan unless I have to. I did have literally at the end of the roll of my parchment paper was this tiny little like bit, so I had that saved for something, apparently this. Okay, chocolate. I don't think we need all of this. And actually I might, as annoying as this is, I'll probably switch to a different spatula now. This is a wooden spatula. I always like to use these if I'm cooking anything that's not like, I really don't use this on meat, raw meat. I use this usually for raw meat, like one of these kind of like silicone, this brand GIR. I really like these. And I'm also a huge fan of baby spatula, little guys, but for this, since it's so much, I think we'll do the big one. Okay. All right, we're gonna turn heat off because I have a feeling the chocolate will melt pretty easily. All right, wish me luck. Maybe let's do half of this. All right, let's see. Oh boy. Maybe that's even too hot. Oh, buddy. Oh, it's probably too hot. The pan is, okay. No, we got this. No one panic. Talking to myself. Ooh. Okay, it doesn't smell like it's burning, but we're definitely getting lots of steaminess happening here. But or not, it's nothing smells burnt. Do we want just like one more square of chocolate? I vote yes. Let's do one more little piece. Or, well, let's do two. We'd rather probably have a little much than not enough, right? Puffed quinoa with chocolate, healthy snack. Quinoa is definitely a really nutrient dense ingredient. I don't always cook with it for like, you know, my meal prep, but I don't know, sometimes it's like a texture thing. I know my husband definitely prefers rice, white rice, not brown rice. He's not a big fan. When I buy brown rice, sometimes I do, but oh yeah, okay, that looks good. I'm happy with that. What do we think? I feel like it could use some like flaky salt. Why not? Okay, let's put this. Beautiful. I mean, it's not really very beautiful, but let's hope it tastes great. All right, we'll get this on here. And then maybe I'll flatten it out a little bit. What do you guys like for snacks? Just wanting to pull the room. What are some favorite snacks? Like, we could go sweet snacks. We could go savory snacks. I feel like I go back and forth between the two. I don't always want a sweet snack. I don't always want a savory snack. Sometimes I want one, sometimes I want both. Woo, that is hot, guys. Okay, well, now we know. That was really warm. Okay, good. Great. Actually, we can just do this. Gotta love live, right? Oh. Okay, now that we're making puffed quinoa with chocolate, I feel like that's gonna be really hot and I'm gonna regret that. Okay, let's do it quick. Whoo, that's hot. Okay, whoo, okay. Wow, all right, well, that was very warm. Good, now I know. Okay, all right, perfect. Let's do some, before it's too late, let's do some molten salt on top. Flaky salt. Just makes everything prettier too, right? Like, yum. All right, so I think this is gonna go in the freezer, fridge, something. And maybe I'll make the photo from the live what it turned out to be. So, puffed quinoa. Okay, yum. Thanks, little tomato. All right, well, I think this is probably the end of this live. I'll be going live more in February, as long as my tripod doesn't fall over. So I'll see you then, but thanks for joining me and making puffed quinoa with chocolate. Okay, ciao. If I can remember how to get out of this.